Hey, how you doing guys? ZDEyE here. So today I wanted to give you my own thoughts and an opinion basically on the Final Fantasy VII Remake Demo. I never expected to demo to be released today, and as soon as I heard the news, I straight away took the opportunity of downloading it. Because obviously it's free. By the way guys, I do encourage you to try it out for yourself as well. And you know what? I was quite intrigued, and also I was quite surprised to say that the game is actually a lot more responsive and a lot more, it has a lot more breadth in it. And that's actually impressive personally for me, because I never expected it to be like that. Let me tell you as well why that is my case of my thinking. Because if you guys know me, I'm not much of a Final Fantasy kind of guy. I rarely, if I ever, played it. My first Final Fantasy game that I have ever played was actually Final Fantasy XIV Online. And I played that for like maybe a couple of days, and then that's it. I kind of gave up on it completely. I didn't really like the combat and the stuff like that basically in that Final Fantasy XIV. I understand you kind of need to get used to it, but obviously you will. But something about me and about that game specifically, I never could get into it. Final Fantasy, I never really truly played Final Fantasy games like ever. And so Final Fantasy VII Remake is getting so much traction, so much appeal, so many people are talking a lot about it. And, I wanted to get into it, like, for some odd reason, So I tried out the remake of the demo that recently came out today. Well, as we're recording this video anyway. And I actually quite enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. But I want to say as well that I did play it on a easy difficulty, because I was not exactly, mind you, right, I'm not exactly an expert in this Final Fantasy game. And a lot of stuff in here is very complicated and kind of awkward with the controller scheme. Basically, you have to block the button. You actually press R1 instead of L1, because I'm used to more of a, how can I say, a Bloodborne and Dark Souls style of combat, right? If you want to have a normal hit, you use R1. Heavy hit is R2 as an example, right? Just in here, it's actually a little bit opposite. Like, you basically have to hold the square button or keep smashing the square button. Heavy hits, and there's a Punisher mode as well that you can do even extra heavy hits. You have abilities as well. There's a lot of things in here that I'm actually very intrigued and very interested. Definitely want to mention, I really hope that Cloud, as you're the main character of being, I really hope that Cloud has more varieties of armor and clothes as such. I don't know if that's the case, really. I do know that you do have different options of weapons. That's good. But I would rather him have different types of clothes as well, if it's possible. Now, if it's not possible, it's no big deal, personally, for me. But I would love to have that option, if there is, of course, for it. Everything that I've experienced in here, the combat is actually very responsive. It feels good. It's weighty, not in a bad way at all. Actually, it's in a very good way, in fact. And by the way, what you're seeing right now here as well in the gameplay, I do apologize. It may be sore to a lot of people's eyes, because, like, obviously this is my very first time ever trying to play with Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I did not know what the hell to expect from this game. At first I thought it was going to be very complicated, it's just like you keep like a JRPG sort of a type of an approach. But no, it's actually closer to action game that I'm familiar with, and that's why I appreciated it more than I anticipated at the first time. Well, after playing the game, it's completely changed my mind, and I'm very intrigued about it, and I'm it has me sold almost. Right? I'm that kind of guy that's just like, I never was on a bandwagon or on a hype, basically talking a lot about this game. But something about this game kind of has me sold. It really does. And it seems so interesting to me. I don't yet know what to think about it, right? I want to actually experience more of it. I want to have a go at it, because I love Final Fantasy stories. I really do. I really like see how they go and approach about them. And sometimes if the gameplay is so awkward and not very unique, well, let's just say that, right? I'll go on YouTube and see the gameplay, cutscenes, story, and the summarization. No gameplay at all. And so, why would I bother buying the game if I don't like the gameplay of it? And here it's a little bit different. I like the gameplay, and the story it seems like so far that I have experienced seems very good too. There are some awkward moments in here as well, right? Because the trailers already kind of showcased to us. you playing as Cloud and you dress as a cross-dress, basically. I don't understand that at all. Like, well, you wear women's clothes and then you pretend as a woman. I don't understand that at all. I really don't understand that. I know it's a part of the Final Fantasy 7 as well, like not even the remake, but it was back then. I never played the Final Fantasy 7, the original, so I can't exactly say why is that even in here. It's weird. It's quirky, it's cheesy in some cases. I don't understand it. Well, I can definitely ignore it. It's no problem personally for me. And anyway, I don't know. There's nothing really else I can actually add up on that. I may try the demo again on a higher difficulties, because there's only like classic, easy, and normal, and there's no announcement, at least not yet, regarding if there will be even a harder difficulty than those that I have just mentioned. And anyway, I think that's that. I am not gonna drag this video up to 10 minutes mark. I don't have really anything else to say. Oh, perhaps maybe the voice acting is a little bit weird. Like the over voice acted with the dubbed version anyway. It seemed a little weird, but anyway, I don't really think that's actually a bad thing. But anyway, I can ignore that as well if there is some negatives to it. But so far so good. That's my real thoughts. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe. See you guys all later, and have a good one.